Start, back, start, back, start, back. Hey everybody and welcome back. I believe this is episode 6 of our Dark Souls Remastered Be the Man playthrough. I'm Fox, this is a Fox Chat-Thru. Let me sit down here just to make sure I did actually sit down at this bonfire. In case we die, which is a real possibility. It is, after all, the Bed of Chaos. One of the cheapest fights in the game. Arguably the cheapest. So when last we left off, we were talking about how to be the man. That's a very generic term. I'm basing this off of Rollo Tomasi's The Rational Male book series, the masculinity, the manosphere, sphere, and of course the red pill as it pertains to relationships, dating, and whatnot. But for me, I really see the red pill as beginning from a foundation of building yourself. I think the number one thing you can do to be a more attractive man to women when it comes to dating and relationships is to just be a better man overall. Be a better man, be a more attractive man, be a better man, be a more sought after man. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. I don't think you're going to get very far if you make getting women your goal. It's one of the reasons why I'm not really big into the pickup artist movement. I think there's a lot that you can learn from that. I don't necessarily see it as a horrible or bad movement. I mean, if your only goal is just to sleep with women, not my thing, but, you know, I'm not going to judge and jump on other men for it. All I'm going to say is I think you can take the good out of a movement like that. You can take the bad and set it aside. But at the end of the day, you need to recognize that rather than just using tricks and techniques to try to win women over temporarily, why not be a better man? Why not be the man she wants to be with because of your qualities, because of what you have and do in your life, because of your performance, because of what you are, and have her discover all this where you don't need to use any tricks, so to speak. I hate to say that. I really don't think it's so much that pickup artists are tricking women. They're just learning what works and what doesn't, and what women respond to better and worse. And but you know, I use the word trick in the same way I'd use the word like skill. So I am still waiting on my monitor to show up that I talked about in the last episode. What the heck was that? Interesting, very interesting. Okay, let's. Oh, you know what? Do I have a bow? Yeah, we're going to use the bow. Well, actually, let's do that, even though I don't think it's going to make a difference either way. But we can do this first one with a melee weapon. The second one we use a bow for. Oh, shit. That's actually a solid wall right there. You should be able to jump it, but it's a wall. So, one of the things I wanted to talk about today is being able to break free from the way that men are sort of portrayed and presented in society today. So, a great example of this is a TV series that I actually watched. I watched nearly all of it just by virtue of my ex-wife watching it. When we were still married and when she was living in the house, she watched a lot of this TV show called Everybody Loves Raymond. And at the time, I was not red-pilled, so to speak. I know some people hate using red pill as a verb, but that's just a common usage. I'm going to use it. I hope people don't mind. But, you know, I wasn't red-pilled at the time. I didn't really know a lot about that. I was just sort of like... I wouldn't say I was a beta male. I would say I was sort of a combination of beta and alpha. More beta than alpha most of the time, but just enough alpha to, you know, to keep the relationship going a lot longer than it should have. And essentially, in this show, Everybody Loves Raymond, which many of you may have seen, it has the very stereotypical sort of lughead, idiot husband / father. You'll notice that the man in it, Raymond, is very stereotypical. He's very traditional dumb guy. He likes sports. He's actually a sports writer, believe it or not. He likes sports. He likes beer. He likes I think he likes cars. He just sort of does standard stereotypical guy things, and there's nothing wrong with that. The problem is in that he is portrayed in the series much like the grandfather is portrayed, which I believe is the Ray's wife's father. They're both portrayed as dunces, and I like to say the man as dunce. It's something I want to go over more in a more detailed series in which I have a list of topics to cover. That series will probably be called Attack on Masculinity, because one of the main attacks on masculinity you see is the attack of labeling men as sort of idiots. Men are portrayed as dunces. That's the best word I can use to describe it. Not just an idiot, but a true dunce. Like, just a moron, just this kind of blumbering, what do I want to say? This guy that just kind of doesn't know what's going on, doesn't know what he should be doing, doesn't know where he should be going. He needs someone else to guide and direct him. And one of the perfect examples of this is there was an episode where she prepared his dinner or lunch for work like she always does, Ray's wife. And Raymond in the show goes to get his food. And okay, so we're not getting an immediate benefit from one point into those. Let's do a little more endurance. How about that? And so he's looking for his food and can't find it. And the ultimate conclusion of that was that she had moved it to a different shelf in the fridge. And the reason I mention this is, actually, I think we have a bonfire deeper into the Catacombs or the Tomb of the Giants. Today's drink of choice is hot watermelon/lemon tea. It's a fruit-based, or what do they call those? Not fruit tea. It is a fruit-based tea, but it's herbal tea. It's late at night. I'm going to go to bed as soon as I'm done here, so I don't want to take anything with caffeine. This is a really good flavor, watermelon lemon. It's called Zinger's tea, and it has a slight sweetness to it with nothing added, no sugar or honey. The watermelon lemon flavor is, in my opinion, the best. So anyway, the idea here is that he is so dumb, he is so incompetent, he's such a bumbling dunce, that when his lunch is moved from one shelf in the refrigerator to another shelf, he doesn't know what to do. He's portrayed as being incompetent with the kids, incompetent with doing a diaper, incompetent with doing the laundry, incompetent with cleaning, incompetent with cooking. When she's not able to cook for him, he's shown as such an idiot that he can barely use the microwave. And this is supposed to be funny. We're supposed to just sort of laugh at this. You know what? I don't know if we made it to... we didn't. I remember now. We actually died before we made it to the bonfire that you can warp to down there. And the reason I mention this is because if you look at most sitcoms, they don't do what they used to. Look at I Love Lucy as a sitcom. Older sitcom from a different era. Lucy is portrayed in many instances as sort of silly, clueless, and dumb. You'll notice older TV shows will often portray women this way, as being unaware, dumb, uneducated. Nowadays, they flipped the script completely. And they didn't portray all women that way. It wasn't, across the board or anything. But now you'll notice that it's almost unheard of for a female character to be portrayed, not betrayed, portrayed as dumb. In fact, the women are almost always portrayed as competent, skillful, able, intelligent, smarter than the men that they're with, and the men are portrayed as dunces, dumb, incompetent, unskilled, incapable. And this is a very common thing. And I think the reason for that is in this shift towards the feminine imperative. As society has moved more towards progressive, leftist, liberal ideology, whatever you want to call it, leftist might be a good description, you'll notice that men are portrayed as stupid, incompetent, unable, weak, as bumbling idiots that even when they're shown to be good at something, like, say, they're working on a car, or he's strong and able to lift something. They're still portrayed as sort of dumb, like the stupid grease monkey mechanic, you know? If you look at the Seinfeld series, there's literally a character, and I can't remember his name. He does the voice work for some characters for some Disney shows, but he's portrayed as a mechanic, and he's literally like the dumb grease monkey. I think he's even referred to that way. And the idea here is that, got 'em. Men are idiots. Men don't know anything more than the little tiny bit of what they know, and what they know is all like basic hands-on crap. Women do all the cooking, women do all the cleaning, women do all the childcare, women make the intelligent decisions, women do the planning, women take care of the finances, and in many relationships, this unfortunately is true. So what am I getting at? In your relationships, you need to be in charge of all of that stuff. It doesn't mean you need to do it all. Don't get me wrong here, guys. It doesn't mean you can't trust a woman to do anything. It doesn't mean you don't put her in charge of anything. But the idea here is not that she's in charge of the finances because you don't know what to do. You should know how to pay all of your own bills. You should know how to cook your own food. You should know how to do your own cleaning. You should know how to take care of your... Wow. Okay, let's try this again. You should know how to do your own laundry. We talked about this in a previous episode. I forgot exactly what I called it, but it was an episode of my Red Pill Basics playthrough. I think it was called Self-Sufficiency. Self-Sufficient. You need to be self-sufficient. No woman should ever feel like they have to take care of you. A woman should enjoy being able to take care of you. My girlfriend likes taking care of me because she knows I can take care of myself. She likes doing it as a favor for me. She knows that if she's not available, I can cook my own food. She knows that if she can't do it, I can do my own laundry. She knows that, you know, and I often do, you know, I do my own laundry still to this day. But if I don't get to it first, she will. And it's something nice she does for me. She likes doing things for me. And although your girl may like it at first, she will not like it if she feels like she has to do it because you're incompetent and can't do it yourself. Believe me, she wants to take care... I think I've said this before. A woman wants to take care of a man that she knows can take care of herself. That's an important lesson. Keep that in mind. A woman wants to take care of a man that she knows can take care of himself. I came up with that phrase as far as I know. I don't know anyone else that said it, so you can credit me if you reuse it, or if not, whatever. By the way, guys, if you haven't already, make sure to follow me on Twitter. That's where I'm most active in social media, and that's where I post most of my stuff. I do post to Gab Minds in Facebook, but I don't do it as often as Twitter. I just like Twitter. It's quick, it's easy, it's simple, it's short. And I use TweetDeck, the website, tweetdeck.twitter.com, to kind of keep track of everything. It's just really convenient. I also use Twitter for news, gaming news, political news, and for, maybe you could call it debate. Not so much debate, but just sort of, you know, funny arguing and the occasional lighthearted trolling. Nothing too serious, obviously. Okay, I think there's a drop. Oh, shit. Ooh, some good dodging right there, huh? Yeah, I have to say so. That was good dodging on my part. I'm very proud of myself. Now be careful. I've had these skeletons drop down right here on top of me, and that sucks when it happens. All right, let's see what else we got here. Do we Soul of a Great Hero? Yes, please. And let's put it into endurance. I wonder if there's any possibility of me being able to backfill yet. Nah, that ain't gonna happen, is it? This entire playthrough. I think I did the math before and determined that it probably won't happen for the entire playthrough. So being the man means being able to take care of yourself. Did I say ourself? Yourself. If you can take care of yourself, good to go. You can live on your own. And like we talked about in an earlier episode, that would be a great idea. To be able to sustain yourself, to live alone if you can. I'm literally just attacking at the air. Oh, got him. Okay, those guys are very dangerous. They do massive amounts of damage and they attack quickly, many times in a row. So, where's this knight? Oh, he's on the other side of that wall, isn't he? But then there's a skeleton that's gonna shoot at us. Oh shit. Where's this Black Knight? Come on. Come on, Black Knight. There he is. Oh, okay, well, problem solved. And we got the halberd off that one. Now I gotta remember where to go from here. Oh, I don't normally do that, but that worked, temporarily at least. Oh wow, hang on now. No, I always go up this way thinking this is the bonfire, and it never is. It's right there beneath me. That's why I can hear it from here, but I can't quite get to it yet. Let's not die. Oh my. Let's go right here? Aha. Made it. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Hit it, hit it. There we go, okay. Thought that skeleton was going to come up on me. Let's reverse our hollowing and buff this bonfire. Alright, guys. We need some humanity. We need to put at least one. I want to get a full 20. See where that takes us. 15? No, damn. Wasn't upgraded at all? So, one thing to be aware of in being the man is that you have no obligation to take care of any woman. Now, you may feel like you have to take care of your mother. That's on you. You can decide whether you want to do that or not. Different cultures have different, you know, teachings or standards on that. Cultural traditions. But when I say that, what I mean to say is, don't fall into this trap that society builds to lead you to believe that your standard as a man is measured and judged by women. Whether you take care of them, whether you work for them, whether you sacrifice for them. If that's not something you want to do, don't. And I'm telling you right now, please don't think that busting your ass, sacrificing, and giving up everything for a woman is going to endear her to you. Don't fall into that trap. It won't. Believe me. As Rollo Tomasi teaches, women are fundamentally incapable of appreciating the sacrifice that men make to facilitate their reality, her reality. She is fundamentally incapable of understanding what you give up for her. You will give up your dreams, your ambitions. You'll give up a better job. You'll give up every other woman. You'll give up, you know, the potential hot young 25-year-old you could have had. You'll give up your own physique to take care of kids and stop going to the gym. And you will give up so much for her. And she'll act like you've done nothing. She'll act like you're lazy and only care about yourself. And, you know, she is not capable of understanding it. She's fundamentally not capable of understanding it. It's interesting how this is just going over his head. Oh, shoot. Oh, no. Oh, I knew it was going to hit me when I rolled too soon. Oh, that's Wrath of the Gods. That is not Force. What the hell? Oh, shoot. Let's get him to do... Okay, there we go. Drink once, so I can at least sustain one attack without dying. Come on, do what you're gonna do. What? I call bullshit on that one. I'm sorry, I just do. Oh, crap. Oh, no! Oh, my goodness, I can't believe I saved that. I can't believe I saved myself from going off the edge. That was a miracle. And done. You know what? We've only got 16 Estus. Or, oh, we got some more Estus. Okay, cool. We'll do it. We'll do it. Yeah, 18. We're fine. I wasn't sure I wanted to go into that fight with only 16 Estus and not even full health, because you have to use 1 Estus after dropping down into the fight, unfortunately. Excuse me. We are quite possibly going to finish in this episode. We'll see. Oh, shit. Took one right to the face. That's what she said. Anyway, don't get trapped into thinking that the standard of a man is what someone else sets for you, some other woman. You should have your own standards. And if you live up to your own standards, then you live up to your own standards. Great. If you don't, you don't. That's for you to decide. But don't set it up so that you are constantly bending the knee to women in whatever way that happens to occur. Make your own decisions, be your own man, and do your own thing. You should always have yourself as the focus. That is the primary foundation of the red pill. It is the foundation of the teaching on frame, that you keep it about you and where you're going in life. And this is a life lesson that goes way beyond dating and women. This is about everything. Jobs, interacting with other men, friendships, family. Keep it about you. Keep it focused on what you want out of life and where you're going. What your goals are, your dreams and ambitions. Judge yourself by your own standard. Otherwise, you're just going to be unhappy. You're going to be trying to make other people happy and unhappy the whole time while you do it. Believe me, you'll be happier. Everyone else around you will be happier. Even though it doesn't seem like it, it will. Okay, let me chug back up here. Hopefully it doesn't do that stupid thing where the weapon comes from underneath, up from the ground. That always gets me. I'm not a big fan. Oh shit, I'm in trouble. Okay, now I can get out if I need to. Oh, I rolled through it, but I still got hit. Dang, he's not gonna do his Okay, I'm just not staying in the right spot for this, am I? Oh shit, I'm in trouble now. Got him! Wow, I can't believe that. I can't believe that worked. That's awesome. And we'll go ahead and heal that toxic, even though I could have just sat at the bonfire, but whatever. That was one of the more interesting fights with Nito, I gotta say. That was crazy. Didn't engage the big skeletons at all, that's good. Handled the other skeletons okay, and he only did one of his area of effect attacks. He usually does that thing over and over and over again. He loves that attack. I can usually only get in a few hits before he does one of those. Okay, well that's cool. That's definitely cool. Let's see. We want to set this character up for another playthrough before we finish. Oh, I'd love to you know, I'm not going to be able to get intelligence all the way up to do a build of that sort, but it would be nice if I could. Well, you know, if we do a pyromancy build, I'd have to have a lot more attunement. We are going to keep this a quality build. How about that? This will continue to just be a quality build. We'll use another build for pyromancy. One of you guys asked me if I'm going to do a playthrough this sort with the Manosphere, Red Pill, masculinity focus, but have it be Dark Souls 2 or Dark Souls 3 or Bloodborne or something else. Yeah, absolutely I do want to do that. However, oh, you know what? We need to go get an upgrade item from the area with Calamite. However, I can't do Bloodborne because I sold my PS4. I don't have any home consoles anymore. Well, actually, I guess I still have the PlayStation 2, my Japanese PlayStation 2. And the Switch, if you can count that as a home console. I have the Switch, the Vita, and the 3DS because I can play those with my son on the go. Although I'm at this point almost ready to sell the 3DS. I just don't want to because I have all these Japanese DS games that I really can't play that well on any other platform, including emulation. Yeah, I mean, DS emulation is great on the computer for the most part, but I have like kanji practice programs that I'd like to use, so we've already done a Karen playthrough, so we don't need to bother with her. Although we could defeat her just for the hell of it. Why not? Oh, we can't give her his soul, so that's out of the question. Oh! Wow. Wow, she's got a lot of health. She's gonna hit us with that Lloyd's Talisman. Yeah, she's about to do it now, isn't she? There it is. Oh, no, that's the... There it is. Oh, we got her. I don't know if she uses Estus, though. That's a good question. Oh, one more. Done. She didn't get me once. We'll go ahead and pick all that crap up. Why not? That was an interesting playthrough, although you guys can note that I didn't have the weapons in the correct hands. I had the gold tracer in the right hand just because it's better as a primary weapon than the dark silver tracer, so I kind of cheated in that regard. But at least I was using all the right gear, right? And a bow, I think. I think I also included a bow on it. So, what can I can do Dark Souls 2, which I was actually thinking of doing a Dark Souls 2 masculinity playthrough, although I get concerned that I'll get frustrated with the game and give up. I could do Dark Souls 3, but I just don't know if I feel compelled to play that game again. I could do Hellpoint, but I'd have to get familiar enough with Hellpoint that I could focus on commentary while playing. That's why I love Dark Souls. I know the game so well that I can focus on the commentary for the most part while playing, instead of just discovering the game as I play. Which would take, provide a lot of distraction from the topic at hand. Demon Souls, of course, I could do another one of those. I think I've only done one Demon Souls playthrough so far of this type. So I could do more Demon Souls playthroughs, for sure. And then I could do the Surge 2, or some other Dark Souls-like game. But again, it would come back to that same thing, that I'm just not familiar with it enough. I'd have to look up a guide, try to figure out where to go, and I don't like doing all that on camera, so to speak, while recording and wasting time. Like, it's not fun if you guys see me just wandering around not sure where to go. Code Vein, of course, but I haven't completed that game. I'm just... All the areas I've been through in that are pretty much I've only been through once, so I'm not terribly familiar with it. And I haven't played it in quite a while. I don't know if I'll get back to it again. I felt like it just... They tried too hard to make the game difficult. I think a lot of Souls-like games do that. They try too hard to make the game difficult, rather than just let the game be fun and challenging. Okay, let's get the heck out of here. I think we can level up again. So what could I do with this build? For my next playthrough on this character. You know, we could go buy some of the boss armor sets, although we don't really need any. Eventually, I'd like to do a gargoyle playthrough, although I'd have to pick the chest piece, leggings, and gauntlets, because there isn't a set that comes with it. But I need to upgrade the gargoyle helm. I think the gargoyle helm can be upgraded. Use that with the gargoyle shield. That'll need to be upgraded. And of course the gargoyle halberd in conjunction with the gargoyle tail axe. It will give me 2 good weapons, one fairly unique. Wouldn't be bad, that's for sure. I've done a Silver Knight playthrough before, but I haven't done one that is currently up on the channel that I'm aware of. I could do one with this masculinity theme, a Silver Knight playthrough. That would fit this character, wouldn't it? And I think I probably have the whole set in here. If not, I can go to Anor Londo and pick it up. Is it in the bottomless box? It's probably in here? Yeah, okay. So we have a whole set. You know, that would not be a bad idea at all. I'd want a whole bunch of Twinkling Titanite, though. Not sure if I feel the need really to upgrade the armor. I'd want to upgrade the weapons, for sure. Let's make sure I have all those weapons. There's the Silver Knight Straight Sword, or Silver Knight Sword. I think it's called a Straight Sword, right? Let me take a look. Don't need that mace. I don't like mace weapons in this game. I just never have. For whatever reason. I love halberds, though. Those are great weapons, in my opinion. Well, shit. I don't have any of them, do I? That's crazy. That is wild. Do I have the Silver Knight shield? The gargoyle shield. No, and I don't have the Silver Knight shield either, do I? Let me take a look here. No. Wow. So we do not have any of the Silver Knight weapons. Let me double check for the spear. Silver Knight spear. The Great Scythe, that'd be a good one to do. I also would like to use the Life Hunt Scythe, but that's on oh, I do have one on this character. I also have one on that other character I was using for some of the other playthroughs. Where were the spears at? Did I already pass them? I have so few weapons on this build. Oh, the spears are right here. Okay, so I don't have either of the Silver Knight weapons. Let's go farm some of those. That sounds like a great idea, doesn't it? And thank goodness I didn't turn Anor Londo dark. That would have been a bad idea. Wouldn't have been able to farm them anymore. I think if you turn Anor Londo dark, there are no more Silver Knights anywhere in the game that you can fight. I'm pretty sure that's the case. We're going to put on the Covetous Gold Serpent Ring. And actually, this is... You know what? It just occurred to me. We can't fast travel. Can you fast travel to the bonfire inside Anor Londo? No, but we can fast travel to the Chamber of the Princess. That's a better spot to pick. I really need to get to the one that's just inside Anor Londo after you go run along the rafters. So, guys, get your life in order. Get everything set up. I know that sounds a whole lot easier to say than it is to do, but once you start making some decent money, you have a job, you get a decent car, nothing fancy, nothing that's going to put you into debt. But you get yourself set up, you become a more valuable man, you attract more women, and women are also more attracted to a man that is doing his own thing, that has his own goals. You'd think they'd be more attracted to a man who is invested in them and looking out for them and thinking all about them and focused on them, but that's quite the opposite is true. Women don't want to think that you are all that they have, that you're just the focus entirely. You know, we need to get this great, or this dragon bow, or great dragon bow, or great bow, or whatever this dragon bone bow, whatever it's called. We want to get this thing, because we can use this as part of the Silver Knight build. And I think it's right here, if I'm not mistaken. It's just hard to get the arrows for it. Booyah! Dragon Slayer Great Bow. That's it. Okay. Oh, that didn't work out the way I wanted it to. Oh, shit. I've never used one of their spears as a primary weapon. That'd be interesting. It's not a bad weapon, according to my understanding. It has an incredible range on the R2. That one right there. But I think it's a one-handed R2, which kind of sucks. Alright. Anyway, the best way to farm these is from the bonfire where you meet Solaire here. Obviously not the first meeting. And as we talked about in a previous episode, big thing, very important thing, essential thing is confidence. If you don't have confidence, she's going to see that and she's going to lose interest. That's one thing I lost during my marriage that helped contribute to the downfall of that. And I don't want to say too much negative stuff about somebody else on this platform in regards to my personal life, but all I can say is we should not have been together. Yeah, we should not have been together. So I'll leave it at that, I think, for the most part. I mean, I've said a few things here and there, so you guys can glean what you can from it. Try to read between the lines. I think the best way I described it, she did not know how to be a wife at all. And, you know, it does not matter how much you learn about the red pill. It does not matter how masculine and confident you are and how good of a leader you are. The wrong woman is just the wrong woman. There are plenty of wrong women out there. There is no one for you. There's no soulmate, but there are lots of wrong ones, that's for sure. There are ones that can work, and there are plenty of ones that can't. Some women are just not worth the bother, that's for sure. Here's another set of the armor. Alright, so this little area here allows you to quickly encounter 4 silver knights. 3 with spears and 1 with a sword. The one with the sword feels like his drop rate is higher than the spear. I don't know if that's the case, but it does feel that way to me. I feel like he drops the spear or the sword more often than the spear ones drop the spear. But anyway, it's 3 chances to get a spear. And once we get the spear, we can just run back and forth from the bonfire to that one dude with the sword. Over and over and over again. Not the most fun thing, but hey, it works. And I got the, let's see, Covetous Gold Serpent ring on, so we're good to go as far as drop rate. I don't have the Symbol of Avarice, otherwise I would put that on. It drains your health, but we're not going to be that far from the bonfire at any point in time, and we have plenty of Estus, that's for sure. That's why I got so good at parrying these guys, for the most part. Drop your spear, buddy. And shield. The good news is, all of them have the capability to drop the shield. Although, like I said, only this one guy can drop the straight sword. They're actually not too difficult to parry. The most difficult one to learn to parry is the swipe attack with the spear. These guys in here, this one in here does it quite frequently. It is the least fun one to try to parry. This move right here, that took me a while to learn. The timing is a little strange. I despise the parry timings and animations of Dark Souls 2. Dark Souls 3 is okay, and Demon Souls is okay. I think the parry timings in Dark Souls are the best. I think they're the most natural feeling and the most responsive. But it is the first place where I learned to parry. I played Dark Souls before Dark Souls 2. And before Demon Souls, so that might tell you a little bit about where I'm at with that. Maybe if I'd played Demon Souls first, those parries would feel more natural. Probably not, I don't think so, but you never know. It's really hard to gauge something like that. I think you guys will enjoy a Silver Knight playthrough. It should be fairly easy as far as playthroughs go. It'll give me 2 really good, powerful, easy-to-use weapons that I enjoy using, especially the straight sword. I'll probably use that more often than the spear, but we'll see. I certainly did the last time I did a Silver Knight playthrough. Oh. Sometimes I get bored and I go to the other area up above and fight some of those Silver Knights as well. Just to change things up. We might do that here. I don't know how long we'll do this for. I might do some of this off camera and just tell you guys, hey, I found him. Woo! There we go. Boom. Alrighty. No luck so far, huh? No shields, no swords, and no spears. Usually I get one of those items, at least one of those items, before I finish Anor Londo. But we did not go up above, so we took the shortest route through. So as long as you can get kind of, as some guys like to say, as long as you can get your act together, you can make a decent amount of money. And that depends on your life situation, you know. The older you are, the more you should be making. If you're 25 and you're making $40,000 a year, that's great. Really, it is. These idiots on Twitter that are like, well, I was making my first million by 21. Ignore those idiots. If 100 people tell you that on Twitter, it's unlikely that even one of them is telling the truth. They're all get-rich-quick schemes trying to get your money. Anyone who's wealthy is not going to be hustling on Twitter trying to get you to give them $80 for their get-rich-quick ebook. They're just not. Okay? That doesn't make sense. So we've talked about this before. Don't fall for get-rich-quick schemes. Don't fall for get-masculine-quick schemes. I don't sell get-masculine-quick schemes. I don't sell an ebook. I might at some point. I just purchased a old word processor. I'll tell you guys more about it when I get it. But it's a sort of what I like to call a distraction reducing device. It only does word processing. It doesn't have Wi-Fi. It doesn't have a color screen. It doesn't connect to the internet, obviously. It doesn't do anything but word processing. So it allows me to focus on writing. And I've seen a bunch of reviews. I think it's going to be great. I got to wait until I get it, though, to really see how I feel about it. And I'll tell you guys more about it after I get it. I'm writing a book right now. It's a fiction book. We'll see how far I get with that. But I'd also like to do more blogging, maybe write some articles, video game related, political articles. I've gotten a lot more political ever since a lot of the lefties in game journalism started pushing their politics into their game journalism. Most notably, those at Kotaku. That's kind of really where the shitty shitty games journalism really took off. Kotaku really took the idea of games journalism and tried to pervert it into a Trojan horse to push ultra left-wing political concepts and political positions under the guise of video game journalism. So I became a lot more vocal, and this happened back in, I think, 2014 with the advent of the Gamergate movement, where a lot of gamers of all different races, genders, religions, everything just all came together and said, you know what? No, we're not going to put up with your shit anymore. Your lefty journalist politics and pushing all your bullshit and trying to label us gamers as hate, racists and sexists and bigots and homophobes and all this other stupid stuff. I certainly have a lot of opinions. And contrary to what some people believe, my opinions are usually well-informed. Just because I disagree with your opinion doesn't mean I'm not well-informed. Kind of like this coronavirus situation. The more you look into it, the more you realize it is a scamdemic, not a pandemic. You just don't have hospitals going out of business, furloughing doctors and nurses with no patients in them, and have a pandemic. I cannot believe this. Nothing has dropped yet. Nothing. This is one of the longest dry spells I've ever seen farming for something that is reasonably common. It's not like we're farming for a Titanite slab here. And even then, you get the chunks dropping more often. Oh, finally. What is it? Oh, that is very nice. Because that's the only guy that could have dropped that. That is exactly what I would have wanted him to drop. Now, all 4 of them that we fight from now on still have the possibility to drop the shield. So it's still worth fighting all 4 of them. Once we get the shield, it won't really be worth fighting that dude out there in the hallway. Because he won't drop anything we don't already have. But we'll have to fight him. Because otherwise we'll just trigger him walking in here. We'll always aggro him. But if we'd gotten the spear and the shield, I wouldn't bother even coming in this room. I'd just go straight to the dude with the sword. Because he would be the only guy to still drop something I need. But at the moment, we still need the shield, so we want to fight all 4. 3 chances each hit of the bonfire to get that Silver Knight Spear. Silver Spear. Silver Knight Straight Sword. Only 1 chance. Only 1 roll of the dice for that one. Come on, drop your spear. And your shield. It is also possible for them to drop both items at once. Any of these are capable of dropping both the shield and the weapon. I'm pretty sure of that. I think it's happened before. If I do say anything that you believe is wrong, you can always correct me. I've been known to do it. Not very often, but it does happen. Ran out of my watermelon lemon tea. It's good, but sometimes it can be a bit strong on the taste buds. There we go. I was too far back for that first one. By the way, if you guys haven't seen the movie The Patriot, I think most of you have, with Mel Gibson, just watched that with my girlfriend. Great movie. I'd forgotten about it for the longest time. She enjoyed it as well. It wasn't my first time watching it. I think it was my 3rd time. Very reminiscent of Braveheart. Same actor, too. Very similar feel in many ways. Yes. Okay. So now, the item we need is the one thing that can drop from 3 of them, the Silver Knight Spear. That's good, because we have 3 chances each hit of the bonfire. We're still going to have to fight that dude with the straight sword, though. If he drops something for us, we won't need it, unfortunately. I just don't have the Twinkling Titanite, though, so that sucks. I hate farming Twinkling Titanite. I think I'm going to save up all my souls and buy it. Drop your spear. Nope. Maybe next time. So, once you get everything in order in your life, for the most part, you can focus more on the specifics of how to find a woman. But what I'd actually recommend is kind of let women fall into your lap, so to speak. See, now we just got to double the sword. Instead of focusing on them, let them come to you, and believe it or not, it will happen. It will happen. You can get on dating apps, that's fine. You can text previous friends or whatever from Facebook. That's, oh, there we go. We got it, guys. Let's fight this guy just for the hell of it. For the souls to, oh. And then let's go buy some Twinkling Titanite. I think it's 8,000 a piece, so whoo. Well, we have all 3 items, guys. I'm not going to bother upgrading the armor. Unless we just get lots of extra Titanite we don't need. Not going to bother upgrading that armor. Let's... Actually... Shit, might as well just run up here real quick. About as quick as using the warp to the next bonfire. We want to get to the giant blacksmith right here. And then after buying those and doing some upgrading, that'll probably be the end of this episode. We may end up doing some more farming and buying some more Twinkly Titanite. And then we'll go from there. After we get everything together, upgrade as much as we can, the Silver Knight Spear and the Silver Knight Straight Sword. Make sure we have all those on our character before we go battle Gwen. So the next episode will probably be the last. I don't anticipate Gwen being too difficult with this playthrough, but you never know. I don't have a shield. The Silver Knight playthrough will give me a very, very nice shield with excellent lightning and good fire defense. The Silver Knight shield is just a great shield overall. It really is. Let's buy Twinkling. 12. And then let's... Nope. Let's reinforce the straight sword. The reinforcements are expensive too at 2,000 a pop. Woo! How many souls do we get for killing these guys? 1,500. That's not bad. Let's do it. That's how we can get some souls for these upgrades. I just hate how they jump so far up in the air that I can't hit them. I can zap them though with my weapon's alternate attack, which I don't use very often. Told you guys I probably wouldn't use it very often, didn't I? Ooh, got him. Smack. Smack. Well, we got the souls. Oh, I thought there was one right there. Nope. And also, important thing to note, no woman's gonna think you're the man if you appear like really sad or heartbroken over another chick. Don't do that. You should not be doting over women. You should not feel like the loss of one particular woman is a big deal to you. Even if it is, pretend like it's not. It's in your best interest to do so. Alright, so... Oh, holy shit. Now, hang on. Do I have a shit ton of Twinkling that I didn't realize I have? Yes, I do. I have 41. I think we probably hacked some onto this account. We need some more souls, though, don't we? We will... Let's see, what will we do to get those? We'll pop some... Yeah, Soul of a Hero. That'll give us a few... 10,000? Yeah, that'll give us 5 upgrades. So that'll allow us to take the spear. Actually, in this case, let's do the shield next. Makes a big difference for stability. If you look at this... Whoops. Wrong button. If you look at the stability on a shield as you upgrade it, for a lot of shields, it makes a big difference. Like... Stability, look, 71 to 74 with one shot, 74 to 76. Where it started was probably like in the 50s, and now we're in the upper 70s. Big difference. Big difference. Okay, we need another 10,000 souls. We should be able to get it from these two. Oh yeah, no problem. Whoop, no. Did I just drop that? Please tell me I didn't just drop that. That would be totally pointless to drop. And we're gonna be good right here. Well, that is it. You know what I could look at is, do I want to bother upgrading the armor now? I know I said I wasn't going to, but I have 21 Twinkling Titan. No, I don't think it's worth wasting on. I'd rather save it and use it on some weapons, I think. Oh, Dragon Slayer arrows. Yes, please. Yes, please. All right, guys, we're gonna call it here. When next we meet, we'll be tackling Gwen at some point. Maybe right away. I don't know. Maybe it'll be the shortest episode of this series. Remember, guys, keep being the man. I'm Fox with FoxeoGames. Make sure to subscribe here, hit the notification bell icon, all that cool stuff. Like the video, leave your comments. I read them all. Follow me on social media. Links are in the description. Twitter's where I'm most active. And with that, I will see you all later. Bye, guys.